My dad dropped off some boxes of food once, and he said, "What are all those kids lined up down the block for? Is that a rock concert going on there?" And I said, "No, Dad, that's a soup kitchen, and they're there to get something to eat."
Hi, my name is Wade Foss. I'm Assistant Director here at the Ark Aid Street Mission. When it comes to soup kitchens or hostels or whatever the case might be, people automatically assume that all these people are homeless, they're all drug addicted, they're all prostitutes, they're all alcoholics, they're dirty, they're smelly, whatever the case might be. And for some individuals this might be the case, but every one of these people, they're individuals, they're people. There are a lot of different reasons why people come to the Ark. I think that the number one reason is that the Ark is a safe place, and people will tell you that. You know, we have programs, tutoring, computer classes. We have Arkware, our used clothing and houseware store. But I really think that because the Ark is a safe place, they can come and they can hang out. We don't hover over them trying to find out what they're up to, that kind of thing. And they sit and they can relax for that couple of hours in the afternoon or during the evening meals and feel safe. And when you live in a marginalized culture, feeling safe is a big thing.
You know, I do feel a kind of joy in working here that I've never felt in doing anything else in my life. In our society today, people realize that with the economy, more and more people really are in dire straits. And I think people are becoming more willing to help. I think when people see individuals on the street begging, I mean, you do get a whole range of you know, a whole range of behaviors demonstrated toward those people. And my husband bypassed one such person about a week ago and rolled down the window and, you know, just engaged in a little bit of conversation. But this person said to him, "You wouldn't believe what people say to me." You know, she was surprised that he was just wanting to, you know, carry on a normal conversation and ask about her situation.
I guess probably that I know a lot of people that probably helped make the stigma because it's East London. Somehow this area has just, you know, I guess gotten a reputation. I mean, east of Adelaide, I guess you would say almost is a derogatory remark as to the standard of people or living or whatever. But it's just that there shouldn't be a label given to a certain area or people because they're just getting up every morning trying to do the best that they can in a day, which is no different than what we do, right?
It's quite a switch, you know, when you go from $32 an hour down to $600 a month. You know, things just don't seem to, the ends don't seem to meet. And that's where this place comes in very handy, and I appreciate it with the world. I think a lot of us are all in the same boat. You know, hard times are really hard to meet now, and you need a place to go. It's frustrating out there in the streets, and you know, it's like a safe haven.
For me, feeling safe is probably something I take for granted. And you know, if you're living on the street, or if you spend a lot of time on the street, being able to go somewhere and sit and just relax, have a free coffee and a snack, it goes a long way.
So of course people are going to criticize behavior that they don't understand or don't like, and reward behavior that they do. But let's hope that they're not all deceived so easily, and that they do look into things a little bit further and a little more closely.
I think sometimes with an attitude like that, there's an amount of ignorance involved, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Ignorant to the big picture, the story in that person's life. They didn't get to where they were. They didn't wake up one morning and all of a sudden they were in this situation. Sometimes there's no quick fix, and it's something that has to be done step by step, and oftentimes it's one step forward, two steps back. But we have to focus on the one step forward, and then that's when we have success.
You by giving to the poor, by bringing hope to hopeless places, and I will love you by feeding those in need, by touching their disease and their souls with your love. 'Cause you said what you do to the least of these, you do it unto me. You know what you do to the least of these, you do it unto me.